So what did you think about this trailer?
There's a lot of people.
Yeah.
I feel justified in saying that he probably was the worst landlord ever.
Yep.
I feel like this is a movie that might make me more angry than scared. Uncomfortable.
I was thoroughly uncomfortable throughout the entire thing.
It's all the CCTVs.
Yeah. So as you imagined, the main character is a landlord.
Great. I hate landlords like this.
Yeah.
Welcome to Tales of Our Time here on Radio Taiwan International. My name is Amanda Stevens, and you're joining us in the middle of our fall Freakout segment, where instead of talking about stories that move us and why, we're talking about horror movies that are either made in Taiwan or heavily feature Taiwan, and then we discuss why they are so scary or not scary, and any cultural elements you may be missing. This week, I don't know if scary is going to enter into the lexicon. It might.
Maybe.
I'm your host, Amanda Stevens, and actually today's episode's host is
Michelle Chang.
And so we were just discussing the Tenants Downstairs. The main character is the worst landlord.
The worst landlord.
The worst landlord.
Culturally speaking, it is definitely a movie that features Taiwan, made by Taiwanese people, about a situation where this guy inherits a building in Taiwan.
This happened to me, not in a creepy way, but I was a tenant whose property was inherited by the next of kin. She was very nice, though.
She wasn't a voyeur.
She wasn't a voyeur. Is there anything culturally necessary that we need to know about this movie?
No.
It doesn't seem so.
Yeah, you could take this movie and shoot it anywhere else in the world, and I think it would carry over. But a lot of the expressions, the mannerisms, the clothing especially are, obviously.
We're back to vibe hunting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It is also somewhat dated. It's a 2016 movie. It came out in 2016.
Okay.
It looks like there's no real time given.
Yeah.
But maybe 2000s.
Okay.
Ah.
So nothing cultural. Do we need to know characters' names ahead of time?
Yes. Okay.
All right, because there's a lot of people.
Well, there are the landlord.
Yes. There's 8 tenants I saw in the trailer.
Yes. There is a dad and daughter duo.
Okay. Dad and daughter.
Mm-hmm. There is a gay couple.
Mm-hmm.
There is a young nerd living by himself. PE teacher.
Okay.
A professional lady, not like a professional lady,
Yeah, go on.
but she works
like an office
She's
lady.
an office lady. She's an office
Okay,
lady.
okay.
I'm sorry.
I love professional lady. What do you do? I'm
Office
a
lady.
But like professionally.
So there is an office lady.
Okay.
And lastly, we have a weird girl.
A weirdo?
Weirdo. She's a weird girl. Always wears the same white dress.
Oh. I thought she was a professional lady.
No. So those are the characters that we're paying attention to.
I feel like I've already lost them, and I need to take notes maybe.
So one more time. Dad and daughter, a gay couple,
Gay couple.
young nerd,
PE
teacher, office lady, and weird girl.
A weird girl. And then there's also the tenant. No. The landlord.
landlord.
Ow. This is my worst nightmare of a movie. Okay.
I have a chart in front of me. Anyway.
Oh my God. That's what this chart was?
Yes.
Whoa.
Okay.
I've seen this throughout the day. I thought this was like a Horcrux thing.
Nope. It's a chart.
I wish I'd.
a bunch of
This
arrows
was
on it.
sitting on your desk all day. I wish I'd paid attention. Okay. Lay it on me, Michelle.
All right.
What happens in the tenants downstairs?
So I'm going to be cutting a lot of this shorter for the sake of time because it actually is an extremely complicated movie that I was not awake sugar enough for. I needed more caffeine. Okay, trigger warnings. There's a lot of nudity, sexual scenes.
Yeah.
There's definitely murder, torture. There is implied child molestation.
My God. Okay, so sexual assault to men, women, and minors.
Yeah, and minors. And there is drugging people. And
How do you always end up with such a long list?
I'm so sorry. Straight up assault, just assault, beating people, and then dismemberment,
Assault, battery, dismemberment.
cannibalism.
You know, that's actually like not usually a thing. And then it is always a thing in your movies.
Yeah, right?
I don't know how it's happened.
It opens with landlord sitting in a police interrogation room.
Oh, thank God. That's comforting.
Well after the fact of some bad stuff that happened.
For sure.
So the police are questioning him on all of these photos of each of his tenants. Then there's this lead-in of there's a hospital. And this landlord guy shows up, not very rich looking. He walks up to the hospital bed in which there is a guy who's dying. And the guy smiles and hands him a set of keys. He immediately cuts to the landlord opening up this old grody building, going up to the top floor and seeing hospital guy's, his unit at the top building. And it has an array of televisions.
He's like, this is the beginning of your life as a creep.
As a creep.
Oh, God.
You hit the power circuit breaker and it all comes on and there's all CCTV cameras pointed everywhere in everyone's
Directed,
apartment.
and they're already built into the apartments.
They're already built into all of the apartments. Creeptastic 1000. So
2016. Were we looking for hidden cameras at this level?
No, because it takes place well before 2016.
Oh, right. It was released in 2016. This
Yes.
was in the 2000s.
Maybe 2000s.
Okay.
So we did not know.
Because I was just like, okay. All right.
Yeah.
I'm locking it in.
Yep.
I'm ready. Okay. We're introduced to the tenants technically now.
Yep. As the landlord describes them.
Okay.
Now, dad and daughter, dad's divorced, moved into this little apartment with his daughter, and he is now the primary caretaker. The gay couple there's a lot of intimacy.
Oh, okay.
Which is great. So the landlord is also surprisingly open about he there
I'll
wasn't.
creep on everyone equally.
Yeah, I'll creep on
I'm just
everyone.
a bad person. I don't care who you are.
Yep. Well, for the sake of ease of talking about them, let's call them old guy, young guy.
Okay. So this is the dynamic that's
Here we
going to
go.
Matter.
Yep. And then we have a young nerd guy. He rents a little tiny room, and he's skinny and he loves superheroes. And the PE teacher is a young man, and he mostly keeps to himself, and he's got this huge crush on Office Lady. Office Lady is very promiscuous. She brings home a lot of dudes.
Hey, good for her.
And she lives immediately below PE teacher, who listens to her
Oh.
with a stethoscope
With us.
on his floor.
So I was right that this is a movie that I think is going to make me angrier rather than scared.
Yeah.
Uncomfortable is a good word.
Yeah. And then lastly, Weird Girl.
Why? Okay. I feel like you could just ask her out on a date at this point.
Yeah, right. Just if
You
you
could
like
just
her,
go ask her out
if
on a
you
date
dig
at this
her,
point.
Just do that.
Yeah. And don't throw away the stethoscope.
Yeah. So Weird Girl doesn't interact with anyone. This is something to note.
This is maybe for the betterment of all.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the way that the landlord actually describes her is that he sees her carrying suitcases into the building and never out.
Oh.
So he actually uses his landlord keys and enters her apartment illegally.
Oh, yeah, that's illegal. That's not normal.
Yep. And Weird Girl is a murderer.
Yeah, okay. So that was my first
And
guess.
the inside of her apartment has all these big red suitcases because she kills people and puts them in the bags.
So she's a serial killer.
She's a serial killer.
That's a bummer.
Yeah, and
For a lot of reasons.
Yeah, she IV drips Coca-Cola into his veins and then cuts pieces off of him, and it's just awful.
Why?
Yeah.
So she is going to find out that landlord was there then because he did see this.
Yes, she does notice that
So she
there
knows
has
he's been in there.
an intrusion.
Been in there.
And then she goes to borrow matches from him, and they kind of have this really interesting communication, not communication, where he knows that she knows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she knows that he knows.
That he's also something along the lines of creepdom. So through this interaction with Weird Girl, he feels encouraged.
That's the worst thing that could have come out of this interaction. I'm so disappointed.
Okay, so
In what?
they meet each other on a balcony, and I'm like, why is there an ocean?
Wait.
Suddenly there's this building has an ocean view, and they're having tea.
Okay,
And,
but also in what world is this your takeaway?
I know, right?
You're like, I could be so much weirder and that's okay.
Because she's all smiley and like charming when she talks to him, like it's all right. And what this triggers in him is that now he wants to see or
He's
help
gonna
people.
unlock everybody's full potential.
Correct. Now, one by one, I'm going to explain what he does to all these people.
Great. He doesn't do anything good.
No.
And nobody like unlocks their full potential and is like, I feel better for this. Great.
So let's start with dad and daughter. So he starts drugging people. He gives a mosquito coil soaked with aphrodisiac to the dad and daughter.
That's bad.
Very bad.
Okay.
And and then the daughter is very keen to go hang out with Office Lady. And then PE guy, the landlord gives him a full set of keys. it looks like he's dropped a set of keys outside PE guy's apartment unit. He stages it, and then he posts a message on the message board that says, "Oh, if anyone sees a set of keys, I lost my keys. I'm so sorry." But PE guy uses the keys to access office lady's apartment, where he then begins smelling her stuff, maybe wearing it.
So uncomfortable.
Uncomfortable.
You're getting into why you were feeling uncomfortable for this movie.
Very uncomfortable.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, and he's like hides in her closet while she's in the apartment, like
with other people, or
with
just
other
when she's like
people?
living her life?
Both. So because he cannot control himself and she's in the shower and that happens. So
Okay,
that's
so
great.
he assaults her in the
Yay.
shower.
Yay.
Great.
But she digs it. I got very annoyed. At
I'm
this
so
movie.
upset.
I'm so
upset.
I'm so upset. Yeah. And he goes back to his creepy life, and she continues to be office lady who's promiscuous.
Yeah, and she goes back to her normal, relatively speaking, normal
Relatively
life.
speaking, very normal.
Yeah.
Okay. So what he starts doing with young nerd, he starts sedating him. And then he like strips him naked and makes him appear other places as if he teleported. Does that make sense?
So he starts trying to gaslight him
Into thinking that he's
he
developing
can teleport.
superpowers. And this kid,
How would you come up with this? How old is this kid?
pretty young. He looks like 20. Pretty young.
This is
So he's gaslighting the crap out this kid.
This one is the weirdest.
Very weird.
This is the weirdest for
and
sure.
the kid is buying it.
I feel like people need to be making more phone calls and checking in with like the real world more often.
Yeah. So the gay couple, they were always kind of mistrusting of each other.
Right. Well, immediately there's a power dynamic. Is one of them much older than the other?
Yes. And the younger one is quite nice looking.
Yeah. He's young and handsome.
Yes. The old one always suspects that the young one is,
Cheating on him.
something, right?
Yeah.
That kind of stuff. It's not a stable, trusting relationship.
Right.
And while he sedates young nerd, he also eventually plants young nerd naked in the gay's apartment.
Oh, to ruin that relationship.
Yes.
Does young nerd believe he's accidentally ruined this relationship?
When he's planted in the gay apartment.
The gay apartment. That's just what everyone who goes in. Everyone who goes in.
The landlord also assaults him.
So it seems
as
like
though
physically assaults him, like he beats him up.
No.
Okay.
That was horrible.
Okay.
Which then triggers a huge fight between the gay couple. And
Honestly, that should. If you ever come home and your partner, you believe that your partner has assaulted someone in your apartment, you got to fight about it. You also should call the police first.
Yeah.
You should immediately call the police, and then you should be leaving while you fight about it. You can't just let that go.
Yeah, and then so there's a huge giant argument which turns into hate sex, and then the older one kills the younger one.
What? Extremely hateful. Is the nerd there for this?
No, he
leaves.
But
He
then
leaves.
the landlord then drugs young nerd again, and then moves the body of the young gay man into the young nerd's apartment, and it's just become a huge thing. And now they're dismembering the body in order to dispose of it.
Who is dismembering the body? The nerd and the old gay?
The older gentleman, yes.
Does he know that the old gay killed him?
No.
That the older partner killed? Okay, so he's like, after I left, that man died, which must be my fault because I also then teleported that young man who is now dead into my apartment.
Yes. And so they're now dismembering the body and they're going to go dispose of it. Meanwhile, the daughter has been kidnapped by Weird Girl. Thank you.
By the serial killer.
By the serial killer.
Who we just forgot to mention after she was like, let your freak flag fly.
Yes, totally. And she's been letting it fly. She's been torturing other people to death. The landlord breaks into the apartment again, removes the daughter. He puts her in the PE guy's closet. And then the dad comes home looking for his daughter. The office lady says, oh, the PE guy might have seen her because he's got everybody's keys. And then dad goes over.
And the dad's like, I'm sorry?
Goes over to his apartment. PE guy beats dad to death. Now there's 2 dead people.
Great.
And they happen to coincidentally be transporting the bodies at the same time. And while they're doing this, they get into an argument.
The corpse carrying parties
get into an argument. Okay. Office lady comes out to tell them to shut up because they're being loud. It's late. Somebody's head falls out of a bag and she starts screaming. And this is basically what happens. Because the landlord's also telling these stories.
So he's like, I know all of this happened. And the police are sitting there, I have to assume, vomiting into a bucket.
Well, like, yes and no. They don't know. He won't tell them his identity. So while he's telling stories about all of these tenants, they're trying to figure that out. They finally figure out who he is. It turns out that he's a retired police captain. And once upon a time, he was working on this case of a serial killer somewhere in Taiwan who was murdering high school girls. And his daughter is murdered by the serial killer. Serial killer was caught, and then he pled insanity. So a retired cop, otherwise known as landlord, volunteers to go undercover in the mental asylum in order to try to draw confessions out of... Now, while he's in there, the one person who knew that he would be secretly undercover dies. So the documents...
You literally got to tell one other person.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there is no evidence, there's nothing that proves that he's a police officer. And obviously, the more he screams that he's a police officer, the less they're going to listen to him because he's in a mental asylum.
Oh, my God.
And it winds up with him being tortured, and you see him with like Coca-Cola being IV'd into his veins, and he's suffering an insane level of torture while he's in this horrible mental asylum.
He's in the Coca-Cola in
I don't know. Oh. He's in the cell next to the serial killer who murdered his daughter, and then the serial killer finally says, "Do you want to see your daughter again?" And then hands him a set of keys before he hangs himself. All right, trigger warning: suicide.
Oh my God. Okay, yeah.
And that's actually how he got the keys. So the earlier story was BS. Now the weird girl is actually his daughter. And and that interaction is really him interacting with subconsciously himself. You know, everyone who did everything bad, he murdered them.
So there was no serial killer who was like, let your freak flag fly.
Correct. There was no weird
himself.
girl. That was his daughter.
And that was like a manifestation of
himself.
Own crimes.
Correct.
That he was able to talk to, where he's like, self, I think we should be able to kill other people. Mm-hmm. All right, self, that's a good idea. We should just like totally cut loose and get revenge.
Yep.
High five, self.
Yes.
And then they became murderers and voyeurs.
Yep. And eventually the police in the interrogation room also come back with the fact that the backgrounds on all these tenants are wrong. Like this, the PE teacher wasn't really a PE teacher. He was a professor. Stuff like that, right? So basically...
Please tell me that none of this happened.
The point, it is revealed this guy is just...
He's an unreliable narrator.
He's absolutely nuts.
Uh-huh.
And we do not know whether any murders actually happened.
So maybe none of this happened.
Maybe none of it did.
That honestly actually makes me feel so much better. I have to believe that.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay,
maybe
but it does make sense why
did.
it's so confusing.
Exactly. So this is how it leaves off.
Yeah.
It's a big, giant, crazy question mark.
I am really glad that the police got him, and I stand by that. I said it at the beginning of this. I said it at the end of this.
Yeah.
It's good. That's good.
Yep.
That's good.
Yes. So...
I can't believe that I am like kind of more shocked by this one than I was by the sadness. But I guess it's because I kind of knew expect zombie apocalypse stuff with the sadness.
Of course. So I was thoroughly confused.
I'm going to have to take a look at that flowchart after we...
No, it's not very helpful.
Oh, my God. Okay. Okay. Mm-hmm. So we don't know if anybody died. We don't know if anybody was actually assaulted.
We don't.
If that were true, then 3 people were assaulted and 2 people were murdered who were tenants, not counting the extra people who just got dragged in and out and were murdered.
Yep. Yeah, and the young nerd is thoroughly convinced he's a superhero.
Oh, my God. That one is the weirdest one. That one actually was kind of a little bit of a clue.
Yeah.
That they were like, are we going to do these terrible things to everybody else? This is also terrible, but it is really out there as a terrible thing to do.
Yeah.
And the Coca-Cola thing. Is that a thing?
I don't know.
Where did that come from? I've never heard of that before in my life, and twice in one movie. It's really weird. It's all his invention. I know. Yes. It's like, this is like in his mind something that's happening.
Yes.
But like,
yes.
What a weirdly specific
it's very strange
thing.
It wasn't just Coca-Cola. There are many IV bags, but that's the one that I could identify.
There's a lot of weird IV bags?
Yes.
Okay, new question, Michelle. You love science. Wouldn't Coca-Cola in your veins just kill you because you would get an embolism in your heart? Isn't that what it's called when there's like an air bubble in your heart?
Well, depends on its way down into you. Does it decarbonate itself enough? And secondly, it would be a very slow death because of the sugar imbalance in your blood, which might cause something like sepsis.
Ew. But okay.
It depends on how quickly that IV was going.
Oh, yeah.
I did appreciate the fact that like the flaying looked really real.
Oh my God.
And then when they...
So is this the first one you don't have scientific qualms with?
I don't have scientific qualms with this. The young gay man was stabbed in the heart with a sharp object, but people don't immediately die from
He had a little bit of a moment.
Yeah,
That's terrible.
it takes a long time actually if you don't immediately remove the object for someone to die from that kind of wound.
Because you would bleed out
If you
removed
remove
it.
yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, that kind of thing. I appreciate the fact that they knew what they were doing. On a scale of 1 to 10.
How long was this movie?
2 hours. It's your standard movie length.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll ask you on a scale of 1 to 10. How would you, I guess, yeah.
1 being comical and 10 being pee my pants scary.
It's not 1. This was a horror movie. I didn't think it was going to be a horror movie. This was a horror movie. Surprise.
But I was thoroughly uncomfortable throughout the entire thing, which is
horror.
successful.
Yeah.
That to me marks very successful. It was very good at suspense.
This gets to what we were talking about the last time, where like closer to that creeping dread,
Yes,
which
creeping dread.
is a genre of horror, as you realize these truths, something that has already happened or is unstoppably going to happen.
Yeah. So I would actually give it a 6.
Yeah, it actually is surprisingly scary. The trailer did not give away a lot.
Yeah.
I feel like the trailer honestly should have given away a little bit more, if I'm being honest.
What do you think?
I mean, this also just would have been a movie that I would have turned off after 10 minutes.
Yeah, you would have.
I am not afraid to pull the plug on a movie.
Especially
I will
when
walk out of a movie. I will turn it off. Any assault, any sexual assault, I'm probably out of the movie.
Yep.
That's usually that's not the first thing that will make me go, but it is a usual tag out. I guess I won't say I couldn't watch it out of 10 because that's a little bit of a cop out.
Yeah.
Maybe like an 8 if I had to sit and watch this movie somehow, because the ending makes me feel better about it.
Right.
I actually find that comforting. This actually seems like a movie that begs rewatch, but doesn't, because I don't want to see it again.
Yeah, I'm not sure I would want to do that again.
And not begs rewatch, but also is like double dog dares you to rewatch it. This is a movie that double dog dares you to rewatch it and see if you can actually tell. Okay, well, last up, the next movie that we have is going to be our last, and it's one that you and I both have to watch. We are not allowed to pull the plug on it, so I will be having to give it a rating. Oh my God. I'm kind of looking forward to it. But that one does have, I think, a level of creeping dread. We're going to have black mold buildings because that's on the trailer. We're going to have a demon-possessed girl. That's also in the trailer. I think we're going to have, I don't know, radiation poisoning.
Something.
You'll be able to lock in on that.
Okay.
That'll be good.
It's not like it's a reward.
It won't be bad. No. There will be a preview of it up sometime early next week. And yeah, otherwise, thank you for listening. This has been Tales of Our Time on Radio Taiwan International during our Fall Freakout segment. We were discussing today the Tenants Downstairs. A well-made movie, but a movie that feels bad. Definitely bad. What was the rating on this?
I don't know. I don't really know.
Wow, we found really extreme ones today. I'm Amanda Stevens.
I'm Michelle Chen.
And we'll see you next time. Bye.